Let's go to Ramayana. Ramayana is the story of Rama, right? You saw in the
the cartoon. That's the only way I knew.
For some reason he had to go into the jungle 14 years. Correct.
He brought Sita and his brother, was it?
Yeah.
His brother was, what's his name?
Lakshmana.
Lakshmanan.
Both of them, I think also about some land and all that kind of thing.
Right.
So he had to go 14 years.
To the jungle.
After 14 years, and then he became king.
Oh, he came back?
Came back, became king.
Okay.
And whole story is how he invaded the king of Lanka, Ravana.
So now known as Sri Lanka.
Now known as Sri Lanka. Ravana.
Okay.
He comes and then he makes friends with so-called monkey kind of people, and then make like a stone bridge, cross the sea and go in, kill Ravana and take back his wife Sita. Apparently Ravana kidnapped Sita because Ravana's sister was bullied by Rama's brother Lakshmana, cut her nose.
Lakshmanan cut Raman's sister's nose.
So she complained. So Ravana...
Why went and cut her nose?
I was on sorry, they're trying to disturb and tempt him. So she can complain. Ravana went.
What is the relation between Ravana and Rama? No relation. Okay.
Racially, Rama pure Aryan. Ravana Dravidian. Tamil Dravidian.
Oh, again another race.
Yeah. So the story they concocted such a way, the pure Aryans will go and attack Dravidians, and Dravidians will lose, and Aryans are superior. This is the plot.
So they're always trying to induce race into religious things.
Actually, Ravana was quite good. She, because cut the nose, her sister went and kidnapped Sita, Rama's wife. But he didn't disturb her. He didn't do anything, just kept her there. So Rama will bring with his army and all these other fellows, build using this monkey kind of people, Hanuman gang and all that, to build that bridge and cross the bridge, go attack Sri Lanka, kill Ravana and bring back Sita. That is the story.
How legitimate is this story? Like, do you think it's something that actually really happened along the lines of...
Maybe happened because Rama is real. But the details of the story, many are
could
mixed.
be salt added and pepper.
To make it more tasty and all that. The Hanuman flying, all that. And the arrow, like, missiles.
Right. Yeah, I've seen the animation.
Point is, back to square one. Aryan superior, Dravidian inferior. This is the theme they use to virtually brainwash the fellows to say Aryan is superior, the others are all inferior.
That's kind of crazy.
Yes.
But just to justify, how important was them to do that at that time? Maybe they were, losing people of their own race. Maybe it was important for them to give people a story to uplift their own race.
Yes.
For war or something.
To make that feeling that Aryans are superior, and you don't go and mix with these people.
Like God is on our side kind of thing. You know? How important was that at that time? Maybe it was important,
They were fighting. This is a clash of civilization. It was a war of Aryans and the non-Aryans. So they have to create a story and say, they are weak, we are better. See, they lose. Kaurava lose, Mixarian lose, pure Dravidians lose. We are superior. So they believe the race is a superior race.
I think as we move in the evolution of our mind and also consciousness,
Yeah.
as we move, we have to do what we're supposed to do at that time, but then we have to let go once we move to the next one.
Yes, have to.
Because if you look at Muhammad also, he took a sword and went killing what?
Yeah.
Right? With his soldiers and things like that, he went and conquered
Fighting
like a
or
city,
attacking,
right? So, I mean, obviously today we cannot do such things.
No.
It's the consciousness is awareness right now. It's close to spirituality, so we cannot go back to our basic root chakra and try to kill people. It's no more survival anymore.
What I mean, why I'm talking this is many people don't understand the actual plot of these two epics.
Because they
Anybody who read them will straight away say Ravana has a bad flaw.
right.
He was a good king.
Because they use religion. I mean, they use spirituality.
Yes, to demonize him.
In a
They make
way,
him like a demon with 10 heads.
in a way, some of these books are way past their time.
Yes,
It's expired already.
expired. True.
Actually, people will say a lot of things if we say things like this against, especially like Hinduism. Just
Still,
like,
a lot of people are still trying to say it is great epic. For me, at that time, perhaps it was. Now you say go and kill your relatives, sorry, I'm no more in that level now. We are in the age of unity. Did you know about it?
no, not really. I don't know the actual true essence of the stories. I didn't know that Ravana was a Dravidian. I didn't know that.
I'm a Dravidian.
When I watched the animation, I just thought it was like an.
Got this animation done by the Aryan fellows.
I mean, the story is definitely made by the Aryans. But
That's why there was one fella who wrote a book opposite of Ramayana, Kimayana,
what?
to show actually what actually is. He said Ravana is the hero,
What?
Rama is the crook.
I've never heard about Kima here.
Kimayana, somebody wrote.
Oh,
Just, never became a
to
famous.
balance it out, lah.
He said Ravana is the hero. He took the girl wife, but he never did anything.
But what is it about the Aryans? Is it because their population was huge, bigger than the Dravidians, or like bigger than the mixed race?
No. They had certain military superiority.
Oh.
And then they were controlling, knowledge and all that with their caste system. Superiority of the Brahmins and all that kind of thing.
But which is in a way they're gifted intelligence, Acha.
Say again?
They're gifted with intelligence. They're gifted with intelligence to be able to control.
Yeah. But you see, the coming of the Aryans to
Indus Valley.
they could conquer because they could take over because invade. They were militarily superior. They are the first one to bring horse.
Oh.
Militarily superior.
Oh, weapons were greater. Right?
Right. So when they got the power with military superiority, they can use other things, knowledge to control the people. Like British when they came,
Oh, they had guns.
they had guns.
Oh, right.
So they took over.
Right.
But of course, we learn a lot of things from British. They taught us a lot of things. But how they took over military?
I think there is significance in them being able to do this or win the war. There's significance because if God didn't allow it, they would have lost.
There is significance because they are coming with their knowledge also.
Exactly.
This knowledge also there. So there is what we call a clash of knowledge and new knowledge would have come. Sharing of knowledge.
Gifted to the Aryans.
Yeah. Probably. See, military knowledge, this was didn't have.
So when somebody wins the war, then that story becomes the great story, lah.
Yes, correct.
Nobody cares if you lose the war. In a way.
Correct.
But you can be a really good person and lose. But then how? Like if the bad person wins, I mean the Aryans are using religion to
We cannot say they are bad people. They were very militarily strong people. And they were very proud of their race. So they want to control.
Why was race so important at that time for them to be superior? Like why? What is it about that time and race?
They thought the Aryans were superior, intelligently superior, militarily superior. And if they mixed with somebody lower, they will lose that.
Oh. They will lose control?
Yeah, so they said, don't mix, keep our strength.
Oh.
But got divided to groups of people.
Oh.
Even say the Dravidians had more intelligence, but they militarily how? That's why the Aryans, they burned a lot of the Dravidian books, buried it and
Right.
So it was a fight of knowledge, fight of civilization, fight of racials, all these involved. In that, they put a lot of religious teachings. Like Bhagavad Gita, there are certain other teachings which, say.
I think even today, Acha, people are doing that. They're using religion and spirituality in the name of winning
Yes.
racially,
Yeah.
trying to overpower other races.
Keep power. So we are not civilized enough yet.
Today, today we watch the animation, the Ramayana animation, and then we understand, let's say we understand Ravana is a different race than Rama, we will be influenced.
Yeah. But the story says Ravana was a bad guy, Rama is a good guy. They never say Rama is Aryan and Ravana is Dravidian.
Right. I mean, it's subtle lah.
Yeah, subtle.
Subtle racism.
Subtle race. AI cannot have all this now in this world. This is the age of unity. There is only one race called human race. That is,
Imagine you telling this at that time. You think people will...
I'll be beheaded.
They will do to you what happened to Ravana lah. It's too futuristic. Even today also, I think it's quite futuristic. Because, words like, Earth is one country and mankind is citizen. This kind of teachings by Baha'u'llah is very futuristic because you see, even he said the next 1,000 years only a new prophet will come. So in the next 900 years, is a long time. It's very futuristic. 900 years is a long time. It's 1 millennium.
Not very long time.
Today also people won't accept.
No. More and more people are accepting. That is what is important.
I think if you especially denominating this kind of stories which is very close to people's hearts. Acha, today in India, people are still fighting. Kashmir, Muslims and Hindus.
Yes. Ignorance.
Krishna and Muhammad.
Ignorance.
How are you going to tell this to somebody who's a believer of Lord Krishna? Giving birth.
For us, it's very simple. He has written. Listen to what he says now. Paula has written of Krishna.
They're going to quote the Mahabharata and the Bhagavad Gita, and then they will tell you, listen to this.
But they have so much faith in Krishna. What happens if he really returns? You have to listen to them.